Yeah.
We're here.
You did. You
We're
did.
here.
You definitely
We danced
hit
this
the
morning.
button. Feel good.
We hit it.
Everyone feeling all right? Feeling loose? See, I constantly. Did everyone stretch? Hello,
New
everyone.
Calisthenics here.
Welcome. We're gonna do something we don't normally do on New at Sideshow Live. We're gonna stretch. Good morning. It is 9 a.m. for me, and and Coco's here, and it is 9 a.m. for her.
Coco's a fan of stretching, apparently.
That has to go pay for your food now. Come on. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to New at Sideshow Live, your one-stop shop for all things pop culture and everything that is happening here at Sideshow. My name is Paul, and I am joined by the two inventors of the sponge cake. Welcome, guys. How you doing? Missy and Rob.
Living off
Fantastic.
those sponge cake
Leave it like that.
residuals.
Today's National Sponge Cake Day, apparently. So I was just like, you know what?
Okay.
Let's shoehorn that in somehow.
Why not?
Sure.
How you guys doing? Everyone good?
But now I want cake.
I know,
So that's a
right?
problem.
Yeah.
And we will everyone ask how everyone's weekend was when we get towards the end of the show during the weekend geekery. As you can see, we are unfortunately down the chief taste officer of the sponge cake. Matt is not in today, but Matt is very busy, so we're going to soldier on with us three. Rob, let's bring up the schedule and see what's happening. And wherever you're watching, Facebook, let your Geek Sideshow Facebook group, YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because every time you do, Rob will single-handedly make one sponge cake for everyone watching and hand deliver it. So no pressure. No pressure, dude.
No.
And also, we've got super moderator Haley in the chat. She's also back here, so if you guys have any questions or we're missing anything, just wherever you are, put it in the chats. If one of our incredible people in our community doesn't help you out, Haley is there to help everyone. All right. Wow, believe it or not, guys, this coffee has not even kicked in. I guess I just woke up feeling great. All right, here's the schedule for what we're doing. We're gonna cover this week at Sideshow. That's things that are happening, some live streams, so on and so forth. Now at sideshow.com is some pre-order, some in-stock items you can find, and of course our deal of the day, the collector community images that are the images we showcase by you for you. We've got from the blog and pop culture headlines, what to watch this week in gaming, and wrapping up the whole show with weekend geekery. All right, so Missy, without further ado, take it away with Today at Sideshow.
All right. So we are going to talk about the streams that we have this week. And we have, again, not one, not two, but 3 episodes of Unsealed and Revealed this week. The first one is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And it is going to be featuring the Coruscant Guard 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. That will be, all 3 of these will be on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and the Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group. So again, tomorrow,
wherever you're watching now, you can watch it then.
That's right. And you can click things and subscribe to things so that you don't miss the other things.
You're so close to working. You're so close. You were just a couple words away.
So again, tomorrow is the Coruscant Guard, and then Wednesday is Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Hey, Tim.
He is a 6-scale from EX06. I know somebody who is a large Star Trek fan. He is not here today, but you guys know him as Alex. He loves all of the Star Trek things.
He sure does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a huge. Actually, both of our Alexes. It's almost like a prerequisite to be an Alex working at Sideshow. You have to be a huge Star Trek fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking about Alex in the chair who helps run Steal the Deal and all those incredible games, and the other Alex.
And then Thursdays Unsealed and Revealed is just for me. It's not for anybody else because it is the Iron Man Neon Tech 4.0 6-scale by Hot Toys.
Yes.
So very excited for this. I did see him at Sideshow Con. I did pre-order him the first day because that is a prerequisite if you're a Missy that you must pre-order all of the Iron Man things.
Every Missy in the multiverse has got an Iron Man.
Yeah.
All
everyone.
Of them. Except one.
And,
but you know.
That one doesn't count.
It's probably the alligator Missy.
Yeah.
Can't pose very well.
Neither can this one, but that's fine. And then Friday, exclusively in the Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group at 5 p.m. Pacific time, we will have that Sideshow show filled with your Friday shenanigans, as always.
Yes.
Because it wouldn't be that Sideshow show without shenanigans.
I know. I hope you guys all had fun on Friday. I didn't get to be in the entire show. I was very fortunate. I got to do something kind of cool, but I did do it from the studio. But I got to watch a couple of minutes, and it was just as ridiculous as I would hope. So I'm
Was
glad.
that
It's
Friday
funny
goodness.
watching it from the outside in. It's even funny, like just watching it. I was like, damn, those comments move fast on that side too. Because I mean, you guys have both been on the show, and you see, and this show even the comments just fly.
You can't.
It's hard.
If you see one that you really like and you want to bring up, then it's awesome. But normally you miss them.
Yes.
Yep. By the time you notice it, it's already gone.
Yep.
Pierre P over on a platform, Facebook, wants to know what flavor sponge cake are we talking? I'm going spice sponge cake. It's my favorite. Spiced sponge cake with a little bit of cream cheese frosting.
Oh.
I'll do my best New York accent. Forget about it. It's delicious.
I think you nailed that one.
Thank
It
you.
was fantastic.
What about you guys?
I haven't had a lot of sponge cake. Angel food cake is not sponge cake. So
You can just piggyback on mine if you want.
sure, yes, that sounds amazing.
All right, we'll do that one.
I would like to, if we can somehow retcon the angel food cake into the sponge cake category as well. I'm down for that. That's my favorite cake.
And then
There
the
you go.
world's just a happy place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, what about ret confetti cake? Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm telling you, this coffee's starting to work. So, thank you, Missy.
Can't just
and then
give away ideas like that, Paul.
I know,
That's a moneymaker right there.
And then
Someone
we're going
asked,
to get into...
when is the Captain Rex unboxing? It's not during this show, buddy. Sorry about that. But again, Sideshow.com/YouTube. And when it goes live, trust me, you'll know.
Mm-hmm. You will. We also have giveaways to talk about this morning. The first up is running until August 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that is this Friday. And that is the Justice League Team Classic Variant fine art print by Paulo Rivera. And
So nice.
Okay, this is why I like this one, because I was looking at it last week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they have a moment of downtime. And if you look really closely at their facial expressions, some of them are actually smiling.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, they had a moment to almost do like a family portrait.
Yeah.
And they're like, right now there is zero threat. So everybody like, let's see your Zen
Everyone
faces.
but Batman is smiling.
Yeah, right.
Which is nice.
I mean, maybe that probably is his smile.
There's some of them like Wonder Woman or Flash or even Superman. Like if they're smiling, that's almost scarier. Especially Wonder Woman.
I really like this print. I felt like they tried to get like every member of the Justice League in this print. You zoom in there. There's even the Paul. Who's the essentially the Ant-Man of the Justice League?
Who? The Atom.
The Atom. That's it. Because he's actually there below Batman's leg, standing on that.
Where Batman's, I'm like pointing on my screen like an idiot. Where Batman's right knee is, you can sort of very subtly see him there. Yeah, it's Ray Palmer, the Atom.
Yep.
It's good stuff. We also have the Rise of the Reaper General fine art print by Vincent Prose. That's on our site, and this is running again until August 27th at 10 a.m. And that, look at him. That's scary, but I like it. I do. Here's a side. I didn't even give the link for the last one. That is my bad. This one is side.show/here comes the general. I like that a lot. I really do. And that ties into something else.
Yeah, something.
In a minute. But after I talk about Harley Quinn, who was our newsletter giveaway for this month, and this is running until August 31st at 10 a.m. I say it every week. She's absolutely gorgeous. There aren't really words that can just say what it looks like in person because it's amazing.
Yes.
And she is still at side.show/breaking news. And I love her little skates.
Yeah, the sculpt, the paint, I can't say enough. I've seeing all the in-hand pictures in, our UGC library. So good.
Mm-hmm.
It is sick.
It is, yeah.
It's amazing.
Agreed, Steve.
And in other news, Friday is the day of nights. And that is definitely a Court of the Dead centrific. Do I call it an event? Is it? It's a
yeah. I mean, it's like a micro event. It's a very
micro
small.
event.
Yeah,
yes, I like that.
it'll happen within the operating hours of Sideshow, which is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Sideshow Standard Time. And essentially, we are celebrating, of course, Court of the Dead, as we love to do, but also the release of a new book, which is The Rise of the Reaper General. And we've got some really fun interviews for you guys. Maybe some other stuff that we're planning, but we can't really spoil that right now. I believe the blog is coming out very shortly. It should be coming out shortly, with his basically just going to give you guys an overview like we do with all of our events. But yeah, if you're a Court of the Dead fan, Friday is your day.
Check it out.
Yeah, see, Gummy Bear Geek can't wait for the book. Yeah, we're very excited. I mean, I know obviously all of us here, we're all huge Court of the Dead fans, but I know a lot of you out there are waiting for it as well, especially all of the homies out in the Rise Conquer Rule group. Shout out. What's up?
Flesh Faction.
Flesh Faction. Yeah, I think that's me. Yeah, Hufflepuff Flesh, I think is mine.
Flesh.
See, I've never taken one of those the Harry Potter. I don't know my house. Is that what they are?
You better figure that out before September time.
Hufflepuff. Yeah, I'm Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff. Dang. Yeah.
I can't this morning.
You did fine.
The coffee's starting to tip over to the negative of what it can do.
I'm 2 cups in.
Make me look more like an idiot. Well, Missy, thank you very much. Believe it or not, it took us 13 minutes to get through the first segment. So we're going to start boiling past these guys. Up next is Matt. Oh, so it's me. I'm up next. I'm an idiot. Oh, wow. Good morning, everyone.
We'll throw to Matt.
Just further proof, we definitely do not read the notes before coming on. Well, I don't. Rob makes them all. All right, so up next with me, we've got Now at Sideshow and our deal of the day. Hold on, let me move this over here so I'm not like looking like too far off here. Okay, so up first, we've got the Joker bust by Prime One Studio. To reflect the genius that permeated Heath Ledger's interpretation of the Joker, Prime One Studio reveals its latest offering. Coming in at 10 inches tall, Prime One Studio's Joker bust captures the essence of Heath Ledger as the Joker. What is happening? Oh, because it's just covering you? Hey, bud. The way he looks at you will inevitably pierce your soul. Our partners, Blitzway, have sculpted the Joker with the utmost respect to Heath Ledger. Their subtle and reverential painting style creates a mysterious aura and quality design. Head over to side.show/bustagut, where you can see this incredible piece. Incredible piece. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, great. It's it's 1/3 scale. So if you don't want to, if you don't have the room or the finances to get one of those big infinity life-size busts, this is a great alternative for you. I think it's like 330 plus tax and shipping. Okay. So it's a lot of bang for your buck. I mean, that sculpt looks great.
It's great. And I love we had I think it's pronounced, it looks like it's spelled like Irene, maybe? I wonder if it's Irene.
Irene.
Well, she says,
here's me going Arion.
Arion's badass. Let's go with Arion. So Arion says, imagine seeing that in the middle of the night. Do you guys remember during Sideshow Con when we would be at the desk and you would just see even the Henry Cavill one is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so moving up next, we've got the Black Widow premium format figure by Sideshow. The Black Widow premium format figure measures 23 inches tall as Natasha Romanoff slides down the wall of a secret Hydra facility base, dodging orange bursts of enemy fire since stealth is no longer an option. Her signature red hair flows dramatically as she makes a daring escape through rocky debris, firing off blue electroshock blasts from her Widow Bites bracelets. Hydra won't know what hit him. Head over to side.show/spycraft to check it out. This is a beautiful piece, man. Sorry, Rob. Yeah. Poor Rob.
That's fine. It's fine. People know it. I just imagine I'm over here somewhere.
You could do
look like you're in witness protection, sort of.
I feel like I should have a voice changer, too.
I'm Mark.
This is a very good statue. Goes well with the Captain America premium format.
I am not Mark Zuckerberg. Face it, you'd be an idiot not to book my client. Parks and Rec, everyone. All right, so up next we've got the Street Fighter Chun-Li versus Zangief Shadow Box art by Artivision. I think it's Artivision. Choose your fighter, Chun-Li or Zangief, then get ready to fight. It's Street Fighter, the classic arcade fighter from Capcom. The collectible Shadow Box art piece measures 12 by 15.5 by 2.5 and comes ready to hang with an official Street Fighter 2 certificate of authenticity. Each piece is printed on 1/8 thick optical grade acrylic and vibrant UV cured links and set in a high quality finished MDF wood frame. Rob, you trying to make me learn something today? That's not in the deal, man. It's not in the contract. So you can have. Oh, it's handcrafted in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I don't know if that's pronounced Eclair, but
it looks close enough.
It kind of looks like Eclair. Side.show/martial arts.
A delicious city.
Those boxes are so cool.
They really are. I really want to see one in person because you get the sense that it has like this 3D kind of effect where it's layers of those clear acrylic and whatnot, and in that shadow box.
Insane. Benjamin Sager says I immediately ordered pre-ordered the Joker bust when it went up. Yeah.
Well
also,
done,
I like
sir.
that his tag says I'm a bad influence, but damn, I'm fun.
I feel like that should be our motto.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Yeah, and then the real Bungholio says, "This is fun. This is my job." That is badass. Reminds me of the early gaming back in the '90s. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. Is it's supposed to be reminiscent of, of the arcade box. And someone says it's pronounced Eau Claire.
Okay.
I like Claire.
Yeah.
You know why? It's sweeter. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? All right. So now another in-stock item we have is the Megatron collectible figure by 3-0. At 10 inches tall, the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy DLX Megatron collectible figure features approximately 50 points of articulation, a die-cast metal frame, and LED illuminated eyes and body. Accessories include the D50-R35 fusion cannon, HBR telescopic laser strike launcher, a total of 5 pairs of interchangeable hands, and a DLX action stand for various expressive poses. The two weapon accessories are able to combine, forming the impressive NFM particle beam mega launcher. Head over to side.show/badbot. That's fun. That's a fun one, Ron. He's great.
We say it so often. These 3-0 Transformers are just so good. They do such a great job with these things. The die cast, they feel so hefty in your hand. They're super easy to pose. And they almost all have some sort of lighting effect, either in the eyes, but just so good.
Yeah. Someone said I thought that said dad bod. Same. Technically, yeah.
Yeah. Goes either way.
Yeah, 3-0 is constantly killing it, man. They do such a great job with these pieces. They came direct for like Sideshow Con as well. All right. So lastly, we've got our feature deal of the day. If there's something that you're looking at buying, this is the spot of the show where you can take advantage of the many, many, many deals that we have on our website at any given moment. Rob has the unfortunate task of breaking it down to one a week now. At least it used to be 5. Now it's once a week. So he picked one that I believe is, it's really great. And also one that means a lot to him because he's a big designer toy guy. We have got the Smiles designer collectible toy by Unruly Industries. From the world of the Union Street Choir, the limited edition Smiles designer collectible toy by artist Nulligan talks softly and carries a big bat. Take a stroll down the boardwalk with this free-spirited fellow as he searches the seaside for his star-crossed lover. Right now, it is $120. You can take 20% off with the code SMILES and free U.S. shipping. Head over to side.show/say cheese. Side.show/say cheese. Yeah, he's great, man. The pair of them together is beautiful.
Yeah, he pairs with Canary Blue, I believe. I'm not sure. Yeah. She might also have at least free shipping for U.S. shipping on her right now.
She might. Yeah, I don't know if she's.
I don't know if she's sale, but such great pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are PVC and resin. I think they're limited to like 200 pieces worldwide, so it's a pretty limited run. But the sculpt is so well done. It just, the style just oozes off of these things, and for that price, that's a great deal. I mean, free shipping and that 20% off.
Yeah, once you get these, I mean, I would also recommend, looking to turn these into comics as well, so you can read these comics and get a little bit more backstory and lore on Canary Blue and Smiles, and really sort of build an aura around your collectibles. But thank you very much, me, I guess. I'm used to thanking someone. So up next, we have got Rob with a probably one of our favorite segments here, the collector community.
Boom. Collector community. Yep. So this is the time that we devote to highlighting the fans out there, the collectors, the people that we do the show for. So you can submit your photos, your images, a variety of ways to find out more. Check out side.show/how-to-share, and that'll give you all the instructions on how to share your images with us, and then we will share them with the world. So first up, we have Omega Red. This one comes to us from Charles Tate.
Maybe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Charles. I know you're super active in
I
LCS
think it's
Charles Tate.
Charles Tate, yeah.
I really love the way he set this up with the comic. That's the first. Well, there's a little bit of a dispute. Yeah, great job, Charles. There's a little bit of dispute as whether or not that's the first appearance of Omega Red due to a technicality. In that X-Men run in the first issue, I believe there's in one of the variant covers as a preview where there's an image of Omega Red. But that, to me, that's Omega Red's first appearance. That's when he's actually in a story. That's when he's in a comic. So to display the statue with his first appearance comic, I'm always excited to see stuff like that. So thank you, Charles. Nice shot.
Well done. This is a good one.
And next up, this one. I really dug this one. The Death Trooper.
Oh, take your toys outside, people.
Take your toys outside.
Take your toys outside.
So this is the Death Trooper. This was submitted by Sergey. Sorry, Sergey, none of your other information came across on the platform, but thank you very much for sharing this beautiful picture. Again, just kind of capturing almost what looks like could be out of any one of the movies or shows, just a trooper out in the wilderness. It's so much fun when we see these outdoor pics. So thank you so much, Sergey, for this great shot of your Death Trooper.
It's terrifying.
And next up, we were talking about the 3-0 Transformer line earlier. We have Bumblebee.
Oh my gosh,
he's dabbing.
He certainly is.
That's fantastic.
And this one's brought to us, submitted directly by Brian Murphy. And again, we discussed how easy these things are to pose. And if you can come up with great poses like this, how can you resist ordering these things? And Bumblebee especially is just a blast to pose and just have fun. Do things like this. Have fun with your toys. Play with them. Take them outside. Enjoy them.
Make them dance.
Make them dance. And then lastly, one for the heartstrings for everybody. We have Grogu.
Oh, baby.
The old Grogu, submitted by Omar Rodriguez. Beautiful up-close shot. Love the lighting. Love the angle. And I like the way the light just kind of sparkling in his eyes just a little bit. Beautiful shot. So thank you very much, Omar, for providing us with that image.
Thank you, Omar.
And that's what we have from the collector community today. Again, if you want to learn how to submit your images to be featured either in the show or our blog posts, I mean, we've even recently, if people have noticed on the homepage, there's been featured images of Grogu from users. So
the golden retriever.
Oh, the golden retriever.
Oh, man.
There's another one that I found a while back, and it's a puppy that's standing up, and the person put some treats in Grogu's collar. So it's just this little puppy Dotson mix standing up, snacking on some treats out of his, and it's adorable. So look for more of those too.
So clearly, take your toys outside and get your pets involved, and you will get on this show.
Yep, and you'll bring a big smile to my face. So again, to learn how to do all that, head over to side.show/how-to-share. And thank you very much for everyone that's submitting.
Yes, thank you guys. Well, thank you, Rob, for walking us through that. Thank you guys all so much. Side.show/how-to-share. All right, Missy, you are up next with a bit of a 1-2 punch.
That's right.
You sort of have to tackle
You got
two.
this one?
I got that one.
You got this one and that one. You got from the blog and pop culture headlines. Take it away.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. First up, we are going to go from our blog, and we are going to talk about what we want to see in the throat clearing in the final season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Bing Pot Brooklyn Nine-Nine's final season has arrived, and while we've officially entered our mourning period, we're also excited to see what this last ride holds in store for our squad. After soon-to-be 8 glorious seasons on the air, all good things must come to an end. So to commemorate the beginning of the end, we'd like to dive into what we want to see in the rest of the final season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Cool. Cool. No doubt.
No doubt.
You can read all about what we would like to see at side.show/Captain Cheddar.
That's not cheddar. That's just some basic word. I'm not gonna say it on the live show, but yeah, you know, it's. I'm rewatching this. I started watching from episode 1, maybe like a week and a half ago, and I'm almost through season 5, but I'm trying to get there before season 8. Oh, and I think I'm on season 6 now. But yeah, oh, this show is so great. It's one of those sleeper shows that I'm like, you know, like we always talk about on any stream that you follow us. Like we love The Office, we love Parks and Rec, What We Do in the Shadows. But this is one of the shows as well that you can just kind of watch, and you're like, wow, I've watched 11 episodes in a row. What is happening with my day?
And it's like Captain Holt is probably my favorite character on television right now.
Nice.
Just love this show.
All I'm saying is we need an Adrian Pimento on the marketing team. Wild card.
Moving along from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, we are going to go to the best of comics of 2021 so far. From Marvel, DC, and Boom Studios, and this is by Dana Marquez. It's always exciting to watch your favorite comics characters on the big screen in blockbusters like The Suicide Squad and Black Widow. But back on the page where many of them get their start is where the magic happens. This list includes series from Boom Studios, Marvel, and DC. They've been listed by increasing order according to their average critic rating, listed on the Comic Book Roundup. You can read all about these comics at side.show/pull list. I like that they're like listed in a very specific way from a good source. So that's fun.
Yeah, Missy likes organization.
I do.
Yeah,
and if you from the Many Deaths of Layla Starr. This is a great book by Ram V, who's currently writing like Swamp Thing and a ton of other books. I mean, he's kind of getting a Midas moment pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, and this is I'm really enjoying this book. So if you're interested and you're kind of looking for, this is one of those ones that we've discussed, or you guys have discussed on Comics Hall with the AIM system, where if you can find the first edition of this, which shouldn't be too hard. Most Boom Studios they're reprinted. I know in my shop, I can always track down a Boom Studios book, but you don't need anything else. You can just jump right into this story and hit the ground running. And it's so good. It's so good.
The book is accessible as hell. You can just pick it up and just start reading it. If you've never read a comic book in your life, you can pick up the Many Deaths of Layla Starr #1 and just go nuts. Fantastic.
All right, we're going to go from the blog, and we're going to jump into pop culture headlines. And first up, Star Wars released a new trailer for Star Wars Visions. Oh, that was a big inhale, Rob.
This trailer, it got me in a lot of ways. I was very on board for this.
It gave a glimpse at many of the new stories from the 7 visionary Japanese anime studios. The series will reimagine the galaxy with 9 brand new original stories. And Star Wars Visions is going to premiere very soon on Disney Plus, September 22nd. So we're less than a month out.
I'm so excited. I'll be honest, I am way more excited for stuff like this than I was for like Bad Batch.
Yeah, because this reminds me of when they did the Clone Wars way back when, before it was the series. They had that they were almost just like a bunch of one-offs. I don't think there was barely any story. It was just kind of like action scenes, so good. So when I saw this trailer, it reminded me a lot of that. But there's so many awesome scenes in that trailer. I mean, the lightsaber that essentially folds out and starts spinning around to block all of the laser blasts. I was like, what is this? I need to watch this.
See, this is the fun part of my job, where I say something and then immediately feel the repercussions, where someone says, "Go away, Paul, you're fired." Yeah, I don't want to brag, but I've got a lot of Star Wars hot takes that you guys would not agree with. Let's leave it there.
I've already got enough, so we don't get Paul in any more trouble.
I already got enough unopened DMs.
And our second headline, in an interview with comicbook.com, Marvel Studios head Kevin I always say his last name incorrectly. So somebody just say it for me. Because I always want to say, I don't know. I always say, like, there's Fahey, there's Feige. And I've heard it in different places, different ways.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's like
I don't know. You make a lot of money. So you might not care.
I've always said it Kevin Feige.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? So I like that.
Feels right.
Anyway, he shared an update about something that a lot of people are excited about. It's about Black Panther. Black Panther Wakanda Forever specifically. He confirmed that Dominique Thorne will debut as Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, in that film before her own solo series on Disney+.
I could do
Black
that for
Panther.
her.
Look, you have her head now.
I know. I finally have a face on the show.
It will fly into theaters on July 8th, 2022. It's less than a year away. Like, now it's starting to feel like how things used to feel when you would hear about movies. You're like, oh my gosh, it's not that far away.
Yeah.
So
it feels like we're getting into phase 4 now.
Yeah.
Kind of we were waiting for it to start, and now it's like, okay, now we're getting into it.
I'm pretty excited about next Friday.
Oh,
next Friday we have a Marvel movie.
I've got tickets. I'm gonna go see Shang-Chi on Thursday. I'm so stoked. I'm like, oh man, it's starting to come back.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm definitely going to the theater. There's no way I'm not going to the theater for that.
So this next phase of the MCU is starting to weed out all the fake fans. I don't really know if that's true or what that even really means.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think if anything, like, they're going for a lot of deep cut characters. And what we're seeing more and more is people being like, I am the biggest Moon Knight fan ever. How could you change this? It's like, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. You know who it was because you read some Brian K. Vaughan stuff, and that's fine. But that's funnier. Like, as someone, I'm like, it's completely different. And I think once we start like separating that, it's we can all just enjoy it. So you know what? No, I'm starting to get into hot take Paul mode. Let's not do this. Let's move that bus.
These headlines and more, you can go to side.show/PopODcast.
Yeah.
Just remember, you're never going to say it the other way.
You'll never say it the right way again.
You'll never hear it. Never hear it that way. You can't even read it. I can't even read it that way anymore.
All right. Well, according to the notes, I'm up next. So we've got now what to watch. So up first, we've got the American Horror Story Season 10. Comes out on the 26th. That's in that's in 3 days. All right. So Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk's horror series continues with the American Horror Story double feature. The season will be divided into 2 parts, one taking place by the sea and one by the sand. Newcomers Macaulay Culkin and Neil McDonough will join cast members from previous seasons, including Billy Lord, Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, and many more. American Horror Story Double Feature will premiere on August 25th on FX and August 26th on Hulu. So if you want to stream it, it's August 26th. So
I'm excited for this.
I have watched every single season. And I think I've only gone once. So.
And I just found American Horror Stories.
I just saw that. I was like, what is this?
It's good. It's a horror anthology, which is everything that I like in a sentence or a genre. I think there's only one episode or one story that takes place over 2 episodes. Everything else is self-contained.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I got through the first 2, and just a heads up, it is very adult. Very adult themed. Boy, howdy. As they all are. I always think it's funny. I'm like, this can't be the same guy that wrote Glee. There is little to no Glee in this show. Let me tell you that. All right, moving on. I also love this poster a lot.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched American Horror Story, I think, since the one about the clown.
Oh, you've missed a lot of things.
Yeah, I missed a lot of them. And it's just because there's a billion other things to watch. But this poster has been one of the more intriguing ones that they've come out with. And I immediately was like, yep, I want to watch this. So, all right. So up next, we've got Eden's Zero on Netflix, August 26th. That's what day? That's Thursday, right? August 26th is Thursday? Yeah. Someone will correct me in a second. So anime-based, which is an anime based on the Japanese manga of the same name. The series follows Shiki Grombel, a boy searching for a cosmic goddess known as Mother. He travels the universe aboard the titular starship Eden Zero. So again, Eden Zero comes out on Netflix August 26th again, which is Thursday. Oh, look at it there. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, the trailer actually looked pretty interesting too. It looked like a good mix of story, and the action looked just as over the top as you'd want from your animes. So, looked. If you're looking for a new anime, yep,
over the top. So, up next, moving to a bit of movie news: The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf on Netflix. August. That's today. That's the 23rd is today. This is out now.
Yeah.
This animated adventure set in the Witcher universe will tell the tale of Geralt's mentor, Vesemir. Theo James will voice Vesemir, and David Arrigo Jr. voicing the young Vesemir. Hold on. Okay, reading. So Theo James will voice Vesemir, and David Arrigo Jr. will be voicing the young Vesemir, as they are joined by Graham McTavish, Saint of Killers from Preacher. Oh, nice. And Mary McDonnell, The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf comes to Netflix on August 23rd. So Saint of Killers, he's a badass character in that show.
He was terrifying.
Yeah, he was awesome.
That's what I when I saw the name, it looked familiar, and I was like, now I'm even more excited for this. Plus, I mean, that poster looks gorgeous. If the animation style's in that,
that looks like a beautiful comic book cover.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
Yeah, damn, love it. All right, and lastly, Cruella is on Disney Plus starting on August 27th. Emma Stone plays the titular character Cruella in this crime comedy directed by Craig Gillespie. The film tells the story of a young Estella Miller as she tries to make her way into the fashion world and attempts to make ends meet by designing costumes for a group of thieves. Cruella returns to Disney Plus on August 27th. Yeah, so I guess what's funny now is we're starting to see the life of these films that are being released in one way and then being public, because this was like premium access, right, for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was released in theaters, and then I think it's been like a month, maybe longer, and now it's on Disney Plus. So I mean, we're starting to get some ideas now. We're out of the phantom zone essentially.
Yeah, kind of get a feel for the new way they're going to be distributing these and kind of putting them out through different. Because I think the way the Disney Premium works is you own that the entire time.
I think you own it.
It disappears from the theater for like a couple weeks, and then it pops back into Disney Plus on the regular.
Have either of you seen Cruella?
Not yet.
No, me neither. Yeah, I just haven't. It's just like there's so much stuff to watch, and not, like without zero spoilers. Zero spoilers. If you've seen Cruella out there, let us know how you liked it. I'm excited to watch it.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, actually.
So
I love Emma Stone in a ton of things. Then I read that article that she had like 40 outfit changes, and they're all like they were all custom and tailor made for. Like, that's insane. I'm excited. Whatever it is, I'll be watching it. So, well, that's all we've got. What to watch? Let us know in the comments. What are you watching? What should we all be watching? And what should your fellow new at Sideshow livers be watching? And wherever you are currently watching this show, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because every time you do, I promise to rant again. How about that? Apparently some people were like, I'll hear him rant again. Boy, I've got some just bottled up and stored on the shelves ready to fire. So like, comment, subscribe, to the notification bell, whether you're on Facebook, Layer Geek Sideshow, Facebook group, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. Let us know. Thank you. Get us in front of people's eyes so we can yell at them about cool stuff. All right. Now, Rob, you are up next with We Got Games.
Yeah. We got games. So we have some gaming news this week for you guys. First up, something that kind of close to my heart, Splitgate. Splitgate extended their open beta for the foreseeable future. So 1047 Games is the developer of Splitgate. They announced they're going to extend the open beta pretty much indefinitely because they're delaying the release. Basically, this is Halo meets Portal, an online multiplayer shooter. It was supposed to be released in July, but once they opened the beta to consoles, their servers got overwhelmed. I mean, they are just flooded with players. So once they did that, they kind of realized we need to get back to the drawing board. We need to shore up our servers. They also need to make sure that they can scale appropriately. So they said they're going to use that to shore up servers, improve game stability, and reduce wait times before rounds. It's not terrible right now in the beta from what I've experienced. They usually get in a game pretty quickly. But the beta is open now. It's available for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And if you're into online multiplayer shooters, jump right in. This thing is a blast. And the thing that I like, not to decry any Call of Duty players, but I mean, if you get in that game late, almost all the players have guns that are so souped up that it's a grind to start catching up with everybody. That's not this type of game. The weapons are all universal. You got to pick them up through the maps, so no one can have a shotgun that can reach you across the map because they've got this certain they've got the right barrel on it and the right scope on it. So it's a more level playing field. And using portals in an online multiplayer game is a blast. That's just fun.
Freaking game changer.
Yeah. It people are being so inventive with how they use them too. There's so many cool strategies that have come up.
Man.
But yeah, so the beta's been extended for the foreseeable future. So jump on there, give it a try if you want.
Nice.
It's free, might as well.
Mm-hmm.
And next up, well, I feel like this is a story you can run every 2 years or so. SKYRIM, it's back.
Yes! Back, baby.
It's back. Some would say it never left, but
No,
SKYRIM is back.
Yes.
10 years after the initial release, we are getting another version of SKYRIM. Developer Bethesda has confirmed they're releasing the SKYRIM Anniversary Edition. The game continues to enjoy success a decade after its launch, thanks to DLC and a very active mod community. If you haven't seen the Macho Man mod to SKYRIM,
Oh my lord! Yeah.
Go to YouTube. You'll find it. It's hilarious. But this is actually going to be launched on November 11th, 2021, which is day and date 10 years from the initial November 11th, 2011 release of this original release of SKYRIM. So they said it's going to be launched with upgrades for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, as well as fishing mechanic. So
Awesome. I'm in. I don't care what you do. If you made me a mechanic in the game, like I had to fix cars, I'm in. I'll do it. I love this game so much.
I know when I read that, I was like, great, another thing to distract me from ever completing the main storyline in this game, because I still haven't. I probably have 200 plus hours in this game, and I've never finished the storyline.
I know. I mean, it's great. This is one of like two games that I can really think of that is, obviously the other one being Grand Theft Auto 5, that like people are still playing. This is like Grand Theft Auto 5 is like, goth brother, and it just is constantly still being played and modded, and obviously it's the 10th anniversary. I mean, I lost like almost 380 hours to this game. I, unlike Rob, though, did beat the storyline, if we're flexing here. But it took forever. It was all in that, like, 379th hour.
Yeah, finally getting around to this.
Yeah.
These urgent missions that they've been hounding you with. And it was funny, I believe the, what's his name? Is it Todd Howard, the president of Bethesda?
Yes, Todd Howard.
He was quoted as saying at one point, "We'll stop releasing it when you stop buying it."
Boom, marketing, baby.
He knows it makes total sense, because they keep repackaging SKYRIM with new DLC packs and just make a whole new release, Game of the Year edition, all those, and they're still selling. I'll still play it.
It's so funny to see the people who buy, they're like, I bought this pack and this pack, and it's all the same. They're like, yeah, you still bought it. It's like the people who buy LeBron James jerseys and burn them. It's like LeBron still got that money, and now you're out 2 jerseys.
Yep, yeah. You still bought it. So we have more SKYRIM.
What's coffee today?
Got all Paul's hot takes in there. And our final piece of gaming news. It's a little bit sad for some, I'm sure.
Oh yes.
Halo Infinite 343 has announced that there will be no campaign co-op on release, and there will also be no Forge mode on release.
Oh.
So they dropped those 2 modes in hopes to still hit the holiday window that they're aiming for, and just to focus on the core game. They have said that they do plan on releasing campaign co-op and Forge mode eventually down the road, either through DLC or patches. So it will be available eventually, but for its initial launch, you will not have those 2 modes. And I mean, Halo campaign co-op, that takes me way back. I remember playing co-op on the first one, split screens, and just losing hours to that game. So
yeah,
a little bit of a bummer, but at least they're focusing on really dialing in the single player campaign and the multiplayer. So, and the rest of that stuff will be coming down the pipe eventually. So,
yeah, the things that made Halo really prominent. Yeah, I mean, that multiplayer and that sort of that spanning campaign is. I'm glad they're kind of focusing on that. The other stuff will come eventually.
Yeah. I remember out in the age where we got to play this online, where you'd connect your two Xboxes to play 8-player multiplayer local LAN parties. Yep. And I had a projection television that was like the first high definition projection television, and you could split the screen and display two different inputs at the same time. So we were able to play on one TV 8-player Halo.
Oh my god!
Nice. No screen hopping.
Nope. And it was amazing. So that's all I have for this week in games.
Thank you, Rob. I like that people. It took me a second what people were talking about, but they're like talking about Rob's supervisor. Like, who's that waiting? They're talking about your dog behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Link.
This one. She's like a little piece of pumpernickel that fell on the floor at a Cheesecake Factory. She's very tired. Thank you, Rob, very much. Now, everyone, we've gotten to the last part of our show where we want to know, what did you do this weekend? What did you watch, play, read? We call this the Weekend Geekery, and we're going to get started with Missy. Missy, how was your geeky weekend? What did you do? Even if it wasn't geeky.
It was good. No, it was geeky. There was much geeky watching of things. So the new Hugh Jackman movie, Reminiscence, I watched.
Right.
Not going to spoil that at all, but
it was interesting.
Still watch the trailer and just don't expect it to be what you expect it to be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I like when I'm surprised. Got through all of What We Do in the Shadows, and then got in trouble for yelling "bat" at every bat in my neighborhood.
Yes.
I feel like you should be commended for that, not in trouble for it.
I
know. And then, of course, Ted Lasso Friday.
Ted Lasso Friday.
That's what I will say. Every Monday is, I got my Ted Lasso fix. I was very happy. And I'm very happy, too, that there's 2 extra episodes this season. So it's going to run all the way through October 8th. So that's a big win for me.
Yes. I'm so excited. This show's been great.
I really want to watch that.
Oh, yeah. You got to watch Ted Lasso, man.
I don't have that service. And I have to find another way to watch this program because everyone keeps saying how great it is. And I don't like missing out on awesome stuff.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, Steve Messenger says, DC Awesome Con. It was a great time. Cool. Glad to be out with my fellow nerds for a weekend. Steve, where is that? Where, I mean, you don't have to tell us, where you live or anything, but, where does that convention take place? I don't think of it.
Awesome Con is in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Oh, DC's Awesome Con. I thought it was like a DC Comics Awesome Con. I understand now. Sorry.
It's one of the ones that's close enough that I could go, but we didn't go.
Okay. What about you, Rob? What'd you do this weekend?
I went to a drive-in.
Ooh. Oh, what'd you see?
Oh, nice.
A double feature of Rocky Horror Picture Show and Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my God, that's the best weekend ever! I'm not jealous.
And yeah, they had people acting it out below the screen. And
what?
Yeah, and so the really great part, it was raining just a little bit. So watching Rocky Horror Picture Show in the rain in a drive-in with the people acting them out, and they had 2 or 3 people that would walk up and down all the aisles. And I don't know how familiar you are with Rocky Horror Picture Show, but yeah, there's all the things that you're supposed to yell out in between the dialogue. So they had people that were just walking up and down through the aisles and just spouting out all of the retorts, all of the lines. It was amazing.
And how perfect for Riff Raff when he's like, "You're wet." Well, yes, it's raining.
Rob, your weekend was so badass. You made an almond jealous. Respect.
My work here is done. And I also worked on a little designer toy that I'm painting.
Oh, do we have a mod? No customs.
It's sorry. This was a blank. But yeah, I'm painting him like my dog.
I love it.
Nice. Rob, people are saying that you won this weekend.
You totally won this weekend.
Yeah. Good for you, man. Yeah, we've got some people. Ray Cruz says, I was at a birthday dinner Friday listening to that Sideshow show hoping for some rewards points. It didn't happen. You know why it didn't happen? Because I wasn't there. So if I was there, Ray, I would have specifically given you rewards.
You would have got that $12.
Put that on my review. Let's see. What did everyone else get into? Shannon of Couple Cosplay fame, I believe, says watch CM Punk's return to wrestling about 10 times. Also watch the Child's Play remake. Had some good laughs. I believe. What is it? Becky something? The wrestler. I know she's been on Get Super. Oh man, someone will tell me in a second. She returned as well. I believe she just had a child. And yeah, CM Punk. I don't really watch a lot of wrestling, but we keep up with pop culture, and I know that he was there. And also, I was watching Joshy G's Instagram stories. I know he was there and losing his mind.
Hey, what'd you do this weekend, Paul?
Yeah.
Becky Lynch. Thank you. That's her name. Yeah, I had a good weekend. Let's see. Friday, I watched. I watched I Love You, Man, and I was just cleaning the house, organizing my comics. I'm still not done, but after the end of the comics all take over, I was just like, I really need to organize my books. Like they are everywhere. And thank you guys, Becky Lynch. Got it.
Yeah, they did.
So I did that, and then Saturday I went to a professional football game to watch the Rams play the Raiders at the new SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and that was incredible. I love football. Me and Robert actually talk about football all weekend, sort of in a way about fantasy. But yeah, I love football. I played for like 13 years. It was like a huge part of my life that I just don't really just put in a little corner over there. I don't really talk about it because it's Sideshow. Not a lot of football fans, and so we like the fantasy aspect of it, but the second half of that sentence is not favorable. So did that. That was incredible. It was really fun. It's a beautiful stadium if you're in LA or you ever have the chance to come to LA. SoFi Stadium is wonderful. And then yesterday I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine like a lot. Oh, and we're watching Handmaid's Tale. Me and the girlfriend are watching Handmaid's Tale, which is incredible. It's been great. I've never really gotten past I think the first season I've never gotten past, or even like the first couple episodes. I just was like, I'll do something else, and I was watching Handmaid's Tale, and it was so good. Oh man, it's such a good show.
How far along are you? I've never watched it either.
Middle of season 2 now.
It's 4 seasons now?
4 seasons, and I felt like it was ending soon. Again, luckily, this is the beauty of being live, is someone will correct us in a second, but I'm pretty sure that show is ending soon. Like, they've announced, like, we're only doing so many seasons, but Curry Katsu says, I finally started The Boys and started making a desk. Nice. Respect. An actual productive weekend. Oh, Rubbish Bill says, I saw Joshy G during the broadcast. Yes, he was on the screen a couple times, I believe. Started rewatching Chuck. My brother-in-law is in that show. Fun fact. Yeah. I won't tell you guys who, but my brother-in-law has been in that show a couple times. Irene says, I picked up my comic box from last week over the weekend and had to sleeve so many because I've been lazy with doing that the last month. Same. Man. Especially because we're in a bit of a shortage for bags and boards right now as well. We're just kind of waiting for them to come back. Yeah, I'm just like, I'll just get to them when I get to them.
Yeah, I did a big batch of bagging and boarding last week just because my shame pile was growing and I didn't want to have them ruined. So I'm like, at least I get them in bags and boards.
Kevin just got his fantasy football draft.
Kevin,
Rob had his
me.
Over the weekend. Yeah,
it was me yesterday.
And I've got one on Thursday and on Sunday. I'm in 2 leagues because you know what? I'm a glutton for punishment.
Go big or go home.
I have never won a fantasy football league, and I've been playing for like 8 years, ever.
And I'm by far the worst player in our league, and I've won. I do have a championship. Not to brag or anything,
that makes me
feel
feel
win.
Yeah.
Although last year, 2-11, baby.
Nice. Hey, take that 2 to the house. Mark Choi says, I went axe throwing. It bounced wrong and cut my shoe a little. Still got 10 toes, though. That's good.
Man.
That's the bright side right there.
Yeah, that sentence was a real roller coaster there, Mark. Don't bury the lead there. Say, hey, I've got all 10 of my toes, but this is what I did this weekend. Jeez. Steve Waterhouse was also on Couple Cosplay as a hardcore football fan, too. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Alone. There you go, Tenchi.
Someone says I won twice in a row. Well, that doesn't help me at all.
Or does it? Hit up Big Dog Pound for some draft advice?
News and notes. Yeah, thanks, Big Dog Pound. Tenchi Misaki says, I believe the 5th season is the final season for The Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, I knew it was ending relatively soon. Let's see. All right, everyone. Well, I think that about wraps up our show. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us on this Monday. I hope you now feel confident, cool, and collected to head into the week. We've got a really, really great week. Again, we've got a few shows. We've got New Sideshow Live. Hello, hi, and then tomorrow at 10 on is it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10. We have episodes of Unsealed and Revealed. You can watch on YouTube. You can watch on Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, wherever you want. But we are live at 10 a.m. Pacific. And then, of course, on Friday at 5, we've got our episode of That Sideshow show, which is... I don't know. I never know how to explain that show.
Unexplainable.
Just fantastic shenanigans.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome. It's a Decepticon, right?
Yeah. Should we trust that sentence?
I like him more now. All right. Well, thank you. Oh, I thought I just read this one. And I was just like, hold on.
Just specifically excluding.
I was like, I know that people here barely tolerate me, but I thought it'd be a little less obvious. Thank you guys all so much. Seriously, we'll see you guys all week at some point. I believe I will be moderating all 3 of those episodes, unless I'm fired right after the show. We'll see. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. Again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Every time you do, that is 1 more minute Rob gets to hang out with his boss, also known as his dog that's right behind him. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Make sure you get up, stretch, go outside. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget to let your geek side show. Goodbye.